Welcome to World of Art Podcast, where you already know where artists come together, create, talk about their unique talent, and share with the world on what they do. Once again, I'm your host, World of Art, and I have Leon here. He goes by
AKA Butcher and Kickz.
The one and only. So thank you for coming onto the show. You know, it's been a long time now, but it's a pleasure to have you, you know, in the studio and everything, and
of course.
Talk about, you know, what you do.
Okay. Starting off, you know, like I said, you know, pretty much I'm Butcher and Kickz. You know, I'm a sneaker YouTuber. Off the camera, pretty much, you know, it's a regular, you know, father, husband, and I'm a butcher. That's part of the name in my culture, especially when it comes to sneakers. And you know, it's just I started pretty much as a probably in middle schoolish when I started. Pretty much when I got into sneakers, watching other peers, classmates into sneakers. I was like, man, I gotta have those. But at the same time, my parents was like, you know, they weren't into that because the simple fact, you know, education was first.
Right.
Which I understood that and I respected that. And, you know, at the time, you know, they would buy us a pair or two, and that would be pretty much, that's it out the year. Yeah. They'd be run down, beat down, and holes in and everything. But, you know, we made the best of it.
Right.
And, you know, for us being in Cleveland, where at that time, especially in the 90s, you had, you know, Value City and, you know, other stores like, you know, Burlington to find these, you know, type of name brand shoes. And that was our go-to. Or Randall Park Mall, you know, at the time when it was open.
Missed that mall.
Yeah, it's a great mall. And, you know, we had got a lot of stuff out. And also, forget about, you know, TNT. You know, TNT was a sleeper store, too.
Yes.
Especially when it came to, you know, finding, like, clearance and discounted stuff. And, that what made me got into shoes, just watching other people, you know, seeing it, saw, you know, how the culture was growing up, watching Michael Jordan and all other basketball greats becoming to who they are, and every kid that saw that be like, I wanted to be that. Yeah. And I had to have a piece of that. And the only way you have a piece of that is go buy their sneakers. Yeah. And, you know, like I said, at that time, it wasn't meant for me to have it, but then 15, 20 years up, fast forward up into the time, you know, I got my first job, you know, working at pretty much at Hometown Buffet. My mom helped me get a job there. And, you know, so my first check, I was like, whoo, I was like,
time to go shopping.
Yeah, I get that money. So I was like, let's go get some shoes. And after that was history. And, you know, starting to do more research, you know, doing, you know, getting online, getting the due dates for sneakers that come out, knowing other people in sneaker stores, trying to get all the info, and it was an exciting time, especially, you know, at that time. Now, today, it's like, you know, especially, you know, with the COVID and stuff going on and stuff like that, it just, you know, it just destroyed the sneaker game just a little bit. So it's like, we just had to just, you know, take it in stride. I mean, sneakers not going anywhere. Sorry, guys, they ain't going anywhere. So
I'll be Thursday on mines on Saturday mornings, and they'll be like, for what? Really? But, you know, that's just me.
But at the same time, you know, that was the fun time, especially you know, camping out, be able to go see those sneakers, talk to other peers that like sneakers. It was a fun time then compared to today. Today, it's like, you know, you see it on YouTube, you know, they talking about sneaker, you know, upcoming sneaker before the release date, but it's not as like when you camping out.
Right. See, and you hit something on the head. If you're from Cleveland, Randall Park Mall. I remember going up there every Saturday, especially for a pair of J's and everything, and you go up there by yourself, but then you would be like, hold on, my cousin up here, my classmates up here, like, hey, let's all just wait together, and then you know you'll all come out with that shoe. Great times, man. Great times.
Definitely was great times. And then too, it's like you get up early in the morning, like 6 a.m. It's like you even before the due date, you just be so excited, you just couldn't sleep. Like I had to wait, gotta get up, and pretty much you just try to race down there so you can get first in line. And, you know, you seeing all the Foot Locker or Champs, you know, employees, they by the door looking at you all crazy like, you know, why y'all here? But at the same time, but at the same time, you know, it's that thrill, it's that urge. And it's like, you know, like I said, with this COVID and stuff, is, you know, online stuff, it took it away. And it's like, I get it because the simple fact of that, because of the riots and the fights and stuff. Yes, I desperately are against that, especially when it comes to that, because sneakers should be treated as being a positive, you know, environment, not that negative environment when people, like I said, you know, being violent or, you know, gunshots and people getting beat up. No, I'm not with that. So
I totally agree with you on that. And the best part about going up there, and it may sound crazy to you, but the smell of a new shoe on a Saturday morning. That was like our cup of coffee.
That was like, man. That was like better than breakfast. It was way better than breakfast. Because you knew you had that shoe in hand and you had plans for it even before you even touched that shoe.
Exactly. And then after you go and get the shoe, you may go get you Pro Model, as you see my man got, you know, stay with a hat. And as you see, you know, he even got the green dunks and everything.
Which y'all see later. Y'all see in a little while.
Exactly. And you know, you got to color coordinate it, as Pops would to say on Wayne's Brothers. You know, got to coordinate with stuff.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Mr.
Exactly.
Butterspoon.
Exactly.
I was just saying that like last week. You got to coordinate like Pops, because Pops was the man, especially when it came to the Wayne's Brothers. And it's in our culture, especially just, you know, not just African Americans, it's for all cultures. And, you know, it just have to be respectable and, you know, and bring in the newcomers that's actually trying to learn in the game. And that's, you know, as existing, you know, sneakerheads to teach them to understand it's more than just a pair of shoes what you got. Every shoe tells a story.
It does
tell a story.
Yep.
And, you know, people have to realize that, you know, we're doing it at the moment, but it's other people behind us is doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Especially just trying to learn sneaker culture. Exactly. And at the same time, trying to respect it. And, you know, like I said, me as being a YouTuber, which I've been so far as of year, it's doing pretty good. You know, so far I got 153 subscribers. I gained one yesterday. Yay.
That's what's up. Support and subscribe.
That's right. Subscribe to my channel. Pretty much, you know, it's a good achievement. And you know, as you as well, you know, you're doing your photography and you know, you gain subscribers and you know, like I said, we gotta help each other out and brand each other out so it can help for everybody. Because that's what YouTube is about. That's what Instagram is about. That's what Facebook is about. It's about networking. Yep. And just like it's just another source of network. It's been networked for years, especially before, you know, social media came along. Mm-hmm. It's like, you know, everybody network, you knew somebody, help you get this pull for, you know, certain shoe, or even just that certain car you want, or that certain house that you might want. Yep. Everybody has some type of connection. And, you know, you have to respect each other as a connection because everybody is pretty much, you know, right nowadays is like pretty much out for themselves. And it shouldn't be like that. Especially with this COVID. Just like, it's so hard just to try to be, you know, understandable because people are just so into themselves. And it's sadly because our kids are watching this. Our kids are watching this. And it shouldn't be like that. So.
Exactly. We got to teach them on how to be leaders and not followers. You don't have to destroy somebody else's craft or whatever that they're doing because they're different or because you just haven't found your place. Like, you gotta maintain them and help their growth for a better future so that when they get older and have their own family, then they could teach them that positivity that we've been trying to bring because there's too much negative out here already. And like I've said before, you know, this podcast here is about anybody, any age who have some type of craft of art. You know, like my man here, you know, go check out his page once again. He got a crazy shoe collection. And that's a great art. There's a lot of kids out here who just love shoes.
Exactly.
And I tell them all the time, like,
shoes save lives. I don't care what nobody say. Shoes save lives. Shoes, if we didn't have shoes, a lot more stuff would be going on that it wouldn't be happening. A lot of, like myself, if I wasn't into shoes, I probably would be somewhere I don't need to be at. I'm telling you this because one is that it kept me out of trouble, especially when it came to sneakers. It kept me out the streets, of course. And two is that I made friends, especially when it comes to being positive when it comes to the sneaker culture or just everyday life because we all just living day to day.
Exactly. And funny story about him, I met you probably about 6 years ago or something
almost
like that.
6-7 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because I met him when he was at work at the grocery store, and I believe I had on some kicks that caught your eye.
Yep.
And we started talking from there, and every time that we came in there, you know, I had to go do a quick store run, but like, you know, I'm in there for an extra 20, 30 minutes or so talking about sneakers, and then it went from sneakers to actually a bond and a friendship. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because his name is Butcher and Kicks, and it's funny because he's a butcher, and I never really got that until now. I am so slow, by the way. But anyway, but like, you'll be surprised on who's watching you. On, like, the first thing that I look at on somebody is their feet to see what kind of shoes that they have on, because, like, you know what? If you got some fly shoes, then I'm gonna let you know, like, hey, I love your shoes. I do it out in public. I do it out at work. I do it wherever I go. I'm gonna play, man, like, them is nice. Like dang, I like them, you know. And that right there, you grow friendships and bonds and stuff like that, and that can help you elevate your game somehow. And you necessarily don't have to spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a good shoe.
Nope.
You know. One thing that I can say about him is that he go to Avon faithfully, and he be coming up with some dope kicks, and he the one who told me about that. So like, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have known about that. And a closed mouth don't get fed, you know. So if you see somebody with some nice shoes and you're into the shoe game, you know, ask them about it or ask them where they get it from or whatnot, because you know that can help connect you to
many other opportunities, especially when it comes to just sneakers. Or it could just be a job. It could be a job opportunity. Yeah. You never know.
Exactly.
It's like my guy said, you know, pretty much closed mouths don't get fed. So it's like, you know, sneakers open up for employment opportunities. It can change people's lives. Like I said, it saves lives, and you know, it sets people goals of what, you know, making it a career out of it. Exactly. It's not more just wearing sneakers just because you can make a really full-time career out of it.
Exactly.
If you really want to. Yep. But you know, overall, you know, like I said, for me, I just turned 37 last week, and you know, I told myself this year I'm gonna push for, especially, you know, doing my YouTubing, and I'm gonna do, like I said, even more collabs. Especially, you know, like I said, we gotta work together.
Exactly.
You know, it's not like, you know, have to always think that as soon as you get to a certain platform, you supposed to just pretty much cut everybody off down there at the bottom that got you up there. No, it shouldn't have to be like that. Because one time ago, you started at zero.
Yep.
One time ago, you started at zero. So you have to first thank God for all your accomplishments.
Always.
And two, thank your fans. Always thank your fans.
Exactly.
Because them the ones that's there for you.
Exactly. Day
one, they are there for you. It's on Instagram, Facebook, even YouTube.
Yep.
Twitch. What's the other one? TikTok. Yeah, you gotta forget about TikTok.
That's the TikTok.
Yeah. You know, I'm not into TikTok stuff yet, but you know, maybe. I mean, with my sons, they might push me into it, but you know, we'll leave that on another note. But
one day.
Yeah, one day. But you know, I'm getting the feel of myself, especially when it comes to YouTube, and you know, and it's fun. It really is fun. Like today, I was just thinking about doing a YouTube video because you know I have to go by my patterns, and just thinking about new topics, especially when it comes to, giving y'all more content. Trying to do something different than the next YouTuber doing.
Yeah.
And that's where the goal is at, doing something different. Because you can go on YouTube, you can just type in sneakerhead. Or you put in Jordan. You're going to see thousands of sneakerheads talking about Jordans. Unless you see that one person is not talking about Jordans, they're going to go look at that one. Because you get tired of seeing the same type of layout all the time.
Exactly. So
that's why you want to be different. Be inspired. Be different. Because that's what's going to get you somewhere. And, like my guy here, Greg, doing his setup, especially when it comes to photography. It's a beautiful thing to do that. Because you can catch breathless moments that you cannot get. It's not textbook stuff. You have to embrace it and capture that. Because you will never get that again. You'll never get that again. I don't care how many shots, how many looks you get it from. Unless you just get that one shot, it just takes your breath away. And it's like, you gotta respect that.
And it lasts a lifetime. The other day we was having a phone conversation, and you was like, I want to leave something behind for my children because they can always watch my video. If something was to happen to you, then they can always hear my voice, they can always see me, they can always see my passion, and go from there. And that's the beautiful thing about today's technology, is that you have the chance to capture that moment and hold on to it and use it to your advantage. Use this stuff to your advantage. It is here for a reason. Everything these days has a camera on it.
Yep.
Don't just be out here, filming fights and negative stuff. No, capture what life is trying to teach you, and that's just to enjoy it. Everything that we're doing is about enjoyment of life. Period. I do this no matter if I don't have 0 subscribers or no likes and everything. I'm doing this because I enjoy doing this stuff. And once again, I want my kids to always say, "Man, Pops did that," and and that helps them to find out where they're coming from. So if you feel the passion on starting any type of YouTube podcast, do it. I mean, just do it. He was part of my influence on starting a podcast, because, I came across the page, and I'm like, oh, he doing podcasts now? I'm like, that's dope. So like, in many ways, he inspired me, and I appreciate that, and
likewise.
And that's where it comes from networking, seeing who else is doing something out there, and enjoy life. Number one thing, just enjoy life, So, quick question.
Okay.
Out of all the shoes that you have worn, had on your feet, collected, I gotta ask you this. What is your all-time favorite shoe?
Ooh, can I get 2 all time?
I had to give you 3. What is your top 3?
Okay, my top 3.
Because one is hard,
Yeah, they put me in a limbo. Like, oh no, we've been here for.
I had to.
You're gonna be here for like an hour just to figure out one. I can say my first go-to, which is probably fans' favorite, is the Chicago Ones. The Chicago Ones. And then,
I agree.
Then number 2 would be the Cool Gray 11s. My Cool Gray 11s. Which they might be coming out this year. Don't forget.
Come on, Jordan Brand Nike, bring that back
please,
out for me, man.
Please bring them back. I mean, I still got my 2001 pair, but I need a fresh pair. Please bring them out. And my number 3 is the Black Cement 3s.
You know what? That's a great list. And I can't even hate. What I will say is though, 3s are a great shoe. I've never been a fan of them.
Man, you got
it's that toe box that give me
but
of the creases up. I didn't go want to wear them.
Yeah, but that's what make it OG. It's not always about the creases. It's about the story of it. And people, fun fact: Jordan 3 Black Cements saved Jordan Brand. Saved Jordan Brand because Jordan was about to leave Nike until Tinker Hatfield brought that shoe out. That would save Jordan Brand.
See. Learning something new every day, because I never knew that, and I'm glad that they did that, because Jordan would not be the brand that it is Tinker. Oh my goodness, his shoe designs, his creations. I remember like man.
You the one made Jordan 11s.
That is why Jordan is like my all-time favorite shoes. Growing up, you know, the Jordans that I missed out on growing up as a child, I had to get them again. And, you know, the Flint 13s, my favorite.
I still have those, yeah, but it's working. It's working.
Right. So, you know, I got a chance to cop those. The infrared 6s, you know.
Great shoe. Great shoe.
Great. And the story behind that, I love that shoe so much because growing up as a child, my brother, you know, he had those shoes, and my brother, he passed away. And ever since then, I'm like, those was like the hardest Jordans ever, besides the Bread 13s. And it's something about those shoes, but like, I remember as a 5-year-old that those shoes that he always wore was just like, I want those. And then when I finally got them, and I'm talking about the ones that came out, 2019, with the OG Nike check on them, and instead of the Jordan Air on them, I'm like, I gotta have them.
Yeah.
And like, shoes that you miss out on as a child, you got a chance to get those when you're an adult. And that's a beauty thing, and that's the beauty about being a sneakerhead. They always come back around. Just, you know, you might gotta wait a little bit, you know, but
yeah, like 10,
it's
20
worth
years, but at the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
time, it builds up excitement because you
Exactly.
know it's coming, but at the same time, you know, it brings out your inner childhood, and that's
Exactly.
pretty much what it is. It just brings out that inner moment that you once had when you had that first look at that shoe,
Exactly.
and that's what makes you a sneakerhead.
Period. Believe it or not, you know, is in a lot of us. Like, you know, if you have a pair of favorite shoes that you only wear, like, you know, some people may only wear like Nikes or a certain brand, Adidas, Iversons, whatever. You're somewhat of a shoe head because that brand speaks to you. It don't have to be what everybody else is wearing, but a certain brand will speak to you. Like, I love those shoes. Mm-hmm. And the older that I'm getting, I'm seeing that my style change up and stuff. And shoes I wasn't a fan of before, I'm like, you know what? I'll wear those now.
Especially,
I wear those now.
especially the dash shoes, because a lot of people wasn't on them dash shoes until maybe like a couple years back, and everybody was on them.
And everybody wearing them now.
Yeah,
you know?
and you know who started that? Kanye West, especially with the dash shoes, with the Yeezy 300s.
And once again, he always had either the infrared 6s or some type of 6s, or he always
Jordan
had,
ones.
or he had the ones, or he always had the Aqua 8s.
That was his favorite pair of shoes, the Aqua 8s.
Which I got too. I got those.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well, yep, gotta have those.
That's
Gotta
what I'm
have
talking
them.
about.
Gotta have them.
So, and but like, it don't end. It's all a cycle. It's all a form of art. You know, art and fashion. That's a form of it. You know, you see these designers coming out with this new brand. The new colorways and stuff. Fashion is art. Period.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And fashion is life. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Everything you see out here, especially when it comes to just seeing the clouds hitting off the sun and all that, that's a form of fashion.
Exactly.
It's a form of fashion.
And if you can believe it, then you can do it. Always remember that.
Of course.
You know.
That's number one go-to is that you have to push it. Don't cheat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. Because the moment you cheat yourself, you lose out in life. Or what that you could achieve if you treat yourself. And it makes you so much better and so much happier. So you have to take risks. If you don't take risks, that's pretty much, you're not living if you don't take risks.
Exactly. Coming from a very wise man, trust me, he would not be here today if he wasn't wise at all. You know, but I just want to say it's been a long time coming though, man. You know, I'm glad that you came on the show today. You know, this is the first of many collabs that we're gonna have together.
Oh yeah,
so,
most definitely. It will be more. Definitely be more.
Yep. I'm glad that that I reached out to him and that he reached out to me back. But we inspire each other, and from brother to another brother. I'm glad that our friendship started back at Dave's Supermarket about some shoes.
Exactly. Exactly.
So,
but it opens many realms, especially when it comes to just talking about a sneaker, because people are so blinded, especially just walking past each other day to day and just not asking that person like how was your day, because some people go through so much stuff in life and just they just need that reassurance, just like like how you doing today, or are you okay, and that would just make their whole day, because it's a lot of people that's out here that's lonely and they need somebody to talk to, and if it's just sneakers, that's I'm all for it.
Yep.
And it's just, you have to just embrace it and just take the time. Everybody's always on the fast lane. Just slow down and just take your time and just understand what's going on around you.
And I preach that every day. Be patient. I tell my wife that all the time. Be patient with yourself and everything that's around you. That is the real key to life. Once again, if you don't mind, telling the fans and everything, all of your social media outlets, so that that they can continue to support you and follow you. And not only do this man talk about shoes, but he is a very, very knowledgeable person. So definitely follow him on all his platforms. You will not be disappointed.
Okay. Well, like I said, like my guy said here, Greg, just follow me on Instagram at Butcher and Kickz. Now, with my Instagram, with Butcher and Kickz, you have to take the C out, because you will not find me if you don't take the C out. But my YouTube is Butcher and Kickz, straight through, Butcher and Kickz 84. Both of those, that's my main platforms. Now, I have an actual additional platform called Soul for Life. You can check them out on there as well. They got Twitter. They have Facebook. Check them out. It's soul_for_life. And pretty much, like I said, just follow my channels. Follow his channel as well. World Art. And he has G Moore Photography.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, check out his both Instagram platforms as well. And you'll see nice editing, especially if you're a new YouTuber. He definitely can help you out, especially if you don't know how to edit and stuff like that. He definitely can give you tips to where you can figure out how to start off your YouTube brand. And oh yeah, of course. And pretty much, if you got any questions with me, also just with sneakers or just everyday life or even with editing as well, you can ask me as well. We help each other out so we can build this platform where it needs to be at. So that's pretty much it. My part on the podcast. I'm gonna swing it back to my guy Greg here, to finish it off.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, support, subscribe, comment, like, share the word, do whatever to just bring in us artists together, and not just artists, but people who's just interested in it, period. But I thank you for coming here and looking at this video. Thank you for all your support who have been there, and like always, stay safe and peace.